Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Narissa Malloy, and we are here tonight talking about boundaries in business. Hello, hello, hello. If you are catching me live, make sure you comment, say hello. And if you're catching me on a replay, make sure you comment replay and let me know where you are tuning in from. So tonight we're talking about protecting your peace when it comes to building your business. Hello there. So the thing is boundaries. We're talking about boundaries, how to set boundaries in your business. So as entrepreneurs of growing businesses, right? The one thing you don't realize until it's gone is the boundaries or the lack of boundaries in your business. Because, when you start a business, you're so used to just moving and shaking and, you're gaining clients, you're gaining customers and you're serving them and you're hitting your goals. You're looking for ways to, of course, bring in more clients, get some support. So the one thing that goes missing, that goes on the back burner is boundaries. And so we're here to talk about that tonight, why it's so important to have boundaries in your business and in your personal life, of course, because it will definitely affect the way you do your business and how you live your life if you don't set those boundaries. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Narissa Malloy, a business development strategist, and I'm also an operations consultant. So, I work with healthcare business owners and professional business owners to help them simplify how they run their day to day business so they can maintain their sanity, serve their clients better, and grow their revenue, right? It's about building a business that you love. No more side hustles, but building a business that you love so that you can serve, grow, and impact the world and communities and your family, right? So that's the whole mission, that's the goal. And if you do not have the right boundaries in place, then all of that spills out into all those different areas that I mentioned, right? So, why you should have boundaries. So, because of course, you want to have a work life harmony. There's no such thing as balance. I always say that because there's a bunch of priorities fighting for a number one spot. So, you got to prioritize the priorities, right? But the thing is, you want to have a sense of harmony, a sense of, yes, I'm working and still I can have a life and still I can enjoy the things that I love. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not here to tell you that there's not going to be times in your business where you're going to have to be pounding the pavement. There's always a season of sacrifice depending on where you are, how you're growing, how you're serving, what you're working on, that you're going to have to say, you know what, kids, family, friends, I'm going to have to put this on pause because working towards hitting this achievement, this goal. But you don't want to make that an everyday norm for you to be constantly driving in your business, right? You want to have a sense of work life harmony. The other thing is when you have boundaries in your business, you improve your productivity because it allows you to track, to monitor, to be more productive. You're not all over the place because you're simply all over the place, right? As a CEO, the goal is to be the chief executive officer, not the chief everything officer. And once you establish boundaries between you, your team, then you can definitely be able to delegate and increase, improve, maximize the productivity of your business. The next thing and the final thing is really it's about having peace of mind, less stress. I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said, there's gonna be some times where business stresses you out, your client stresses you out, different things, you don't hit goals, you don't hit targets, you have slow months, so you get a little stressed. That's to be expected in business. And if you feel like that doesn't happen, then you have to come to a sense of reality. You have to be real, or whoever you're talking to, I got to keep it real with you and let you know that there are some seasons of stress when it comes to being an entrepreneur. But you don't want it to be because of your lack of boundaries, right? So you want to make sure that you have some key things in place so that you can be able to have a peace of mind, improve and maximize your efficiency and productivity between you and your team, and have work-life harmony. And in essence, as a result of that, you will definitely be able to have more revenue, have more time to do the things that you love, have more time to network, collaborate, grow your business, donate time into the community, donate additional funds to the community because you are doing the things that grows your business as a CEO. I will never forget when I started my journey as a director over three units at the time, and then I obtained the fourth one. I had no leaders in place. So I was responsible for over 100 plus direct reports. So I definitely had to put some boundaries in place as far as when to call, how to call me, how to reach me, what's a priority. No, this is not urgent. No, this has to be turned in by this time. And if it's not, You missed your chance. I had to put boundaries in place just to safeguard myself, my productivity, and my sanity. So I'm telling you, as a business owner, especially if you have a growing, successful business, boundaries are so crucial because you teach people how to treat you, right? You teach your clients how to treat you, you teach your employees how to treat you by whether or not you have boundaries in place or you lack them, right? So here's an issue now. Let's talk about some issues where boundaries may be a problem. So, for example, if you are answering messages all hours of the day, the night, wee hours in the morning about your products and services, or clients are able to call you and reach out to you and expect a response right away, then that means you have not set some boundaries in place as far as business hours, right? You should have business hours. As a business owner, whether you're running an online business or what, you need to make sure that you have clear business hours that is communicated to your clients and customers, and that they know that, hey, after this hour or after this time or before this time, you can leave a voicemail or you can send an email or you can whatever you need to do. But it should be clear on what should be done outside of business hours. That's how you can set boundaries in your business. Taking on too much work is another example, meaning you are afraid to delegate. You're not willing to delegate. All the tedious tasks that you're doing needs to be delegated to someone else. Hey there. Yes, you have to delegate because you're going to get burnt out trying to wear all the multiple hats in your business. And if you are the expert and the expert is worth $300 an hour, meaning what you do, what you serve, and then you have tasks that you're doing that you can delegate to someone that makes $25 an hour, and it takes you 2 hours, that means in 2 hours, you're okay, I'm saving $50 an hour, but in 2 hours, you could have made $600 worth of revenue by doing what you need to be doing as the CEO in those 2 hours instead of doing what your admin or whoever could have been doing in those 2 hours. So you are losing out on money. You are missing revenue when you're afraid to delegate. Delegate is so important. So stop taking on all the work. I understand sometimes you don't trust, you don't know. Listen, you are missing out on money because you're afraid to delegate because you feel like I can do it best, I can do it faster. But right now, time is everything, right? Time you can't get back. So you have to learn to delegate, learn what to delegate, and delegate those menial tasks that take so long, like updating links or updating emails or sending out specific emails. Writing out, listen, there's so many administrative tasks that can be delegated as a CEO. You just need to know to release it. And I'm talking to my Facebook family and my IG family. So hello, everybody. I'm thinking of something else that you can delegate. Let me think real quick. We talked about messages, emails, email response, meaning if you do not have something as simple as an autoresponder for your emails that will say, listen, I'll get back to you in 24 to 48 hours or 12 to 24 hours, whatever it is, there should be something that sets expectations for you, a return response or something, right? So, those are some issues with delegating. Those are some things you need to delegate. And here are some things, some ways that you can not delegate, I'm sorry, put boundaries in place. And I kind of talked about it, but a lot of those ways are how you can create boundaries by delegating. You have to delegate those tasks. Number two, set your business hours, right? And when I say set it, you have to stick to it. Stick to it. Because what's going to happen is if people see that they can get away with it, they'll keep doing it. If they know that, you know what, I'm just going to send her this quick message because they know you're going to respond, they're going to keep doing it. But the moment you stop responding, I guarantee you they will stop doing it, right? Sometimes people feel that, you know what, if I put boundaries in place as far as my time, I may miss out on some revenue or people, I may lose money because people want to reach me after hours. But here is where your systems and automations need to be in place. And oftentimes it doesn't require a huge technology, huge automation. I'm talking about simple automations. Like there's an app that I use. I love this app because it sets business hours. It's a phone app. It sets business hours and it sends a return message and a return text after business hours. If someone calls or texts, it automatically shoots them a text that says, send this email here, or you've reached me after hours, click this link to send an email. Something as simple, that's a simple automation that can do wonders for you in your business, right? So that's just an example of how you can set up business hours to create boundaries. Another thing people do is they have a answering service, right? Because if you're a person that's busy, you don't have time to be answering all these different phone calls, screening messages, and so on. So either you can delegate that, have a phone line dedicated for your VA to mine, or you can have a reception service that will screen your calls. But here's the thing, you have to have a clear SOP, standard operating procedures, standard guidelines that says, here, this is who I am, this is what I do, these are the services that I offer. If you get a call for A, do this. A call for B, do this. And if it's a call for C, do this and notify me immediately. Right? You have to have a process in place, right, when you onboard big time systems and big time support for your business. So that's just an example. And lastly, you have to set expectations. Set expectations with your team, set expectations with your clients, and also set expectations with your family. Let them know, listen, just because I'm home doesn't mean that I'm here to run you all over the place and drop you here, drop you there. No, I'm home, I'm working, and understand and know that during this time, these are work hours, right? So you have to set the expectations also with your clients. Again, with the business hours, with the quotes, or let them know on during their onboarding. Their onboarding should have your business hours and your response times. Hey, yes, I'm available for you for support for 30 days. Between this day and this day, you can contact me or reach me by XYZ and allow me XYZ time to respond. Set those expectations in the beginning so they know how to reach you, how to contact you. Same thing with your patients, anyone you're working with, your employees. If you need to notify me of that you cannot come into work, I need to be notified how many hours in advance by this method, and this is who needs to be contacted. Setting the expectations from the beginning will save you a lot of headache, stress, and lack of boundaries in your business down the road, especially as your business grows. Not having boundaries is what is pushing me to be my own boss. The practice I work for expects that all hour of the night calls, texts, and emails. Yeah, here's the thing. I love that you do need a life, and this is why a lot of people are not only leaving certain businesses or voluntary, or what they call it, silent quitting and all of that. They're doing this because the people value their time more, and they're not willing to give up so much anymore for jobs, because we have seen that jobs have no loyalty. And I mean that humbly, right? I'm not telling you to go quit your job. Heck no. That's your livelihood. Make smart decisions. I'm not telling you to quit. But what I'm realizing is that people are knowing their worth. And if they are working for an employee that does not value their work, they're like, I'm out. I'm going to find some place that values me and what I bring to the table. So people are changing their mindset. Or, COVID did a thing. Life is short, and people are no longer slaving and self-sacrificing themselves for their employers anymore when they don't feel valued, right? There's lots of different opportunities now for people to generate revenue, so people are exploring all these opportunities, right? So employers, and you have to create boundaries also for yourself and for your employees. Because think about it, if you have business hours and you're honoring it, but you're not expecting your employees to honor it, and they're going to walk away, right? So boundaries is not only just for yourself in business to protect your peace, but it's also for the people that are on your team. Because once you do something, right, you expect your employees to do the same thing. You have to lead by example. So if you're going to say after hours, all right, this is 10 to 6 is our business hours, and this is what it is. You can't be calling your team all hours of the night too, expecting them to respond and deliver and do XYZ. The same boundaries you want for yourself, you want to make sure you set that for your team as well. So boundaries are not only for you to protect your peace, but it's also for your team to protect their peace so they can continue doing and serving and honoring and pushing the vision that you have, right? So Boundaries, yes. Once you put boundaries in place, it will definitely help to protect your peace, your sanity, improve efficiency, productivity, work life harmony, and also increase your revenue because now you can deliver a higher client experience because not only did you set the expectations from the beginning, there's no disappointments, and also you are teaching people how to treat you in your business and how to serve them better as well. So, that's it for today. My name is Larissa Malloy, business development, business strategist, operations consultant, and protect your peace. Put boundaries in place today for your business so that you can grow, optimize, maximize your efficiency and your revenue. So if you enjoyed this, make sure you tag an entrepreneur, share this broadcast so people, other entrepreneurs, business owners that you know can learn from it as well. And also, I forgot to mention, I have VIP day slots. Yes, at the end of February, I have 3 more spots left. If you are an entrepreneur that's wearing many hats and you're trying to figure out a way that I can create some structure in how I run my day-to-day business, how I can delegate, who I can delegate to, what do I need to put in place so that we can be more efficient and productive? Let's schedule a VIP day so we can do a deep dive into your business as a pre-assessment call, and then spend the day working on plugging in those gaps that we identify so that you can, of course, improve your productivity, efficiency, and revenue and maximize your team. So make sure you message me if you want information on the VIP day. I have 3 spots left for February. Within the next, not February, within the next couple of weeks, I have 3 spots open. So message me. Let's talk about it. Have a great evening. Take care. See you.